So today our topic is subordination. Subordination of sentence, or using subordinate conjunctions in a sentence. Subordination and coordination both are tactics of or methods of expanding a sentence. Yesterday also I told you that when you say all the sentence without using conjunctions or connectors, your speech is shown articulative or artificial. It doesn't have charm and beauty, and you can say fluency is also missing from your speech if you don't use conjunctions or transitive phrases, transitional phrases in your speech. Yesterday we had discussed about this coordination, and today we are taking subordination. And subordination, there are three methods of subordination. Subordination is a method like coordination of expansion of sentences. Yes, subordination is done by using subordinating conjunctions. Subordinating conjunctions in subordination we have two sentences in which one is independent and the other one depends on it, which implies that one sentence is forceful and the other one is not so forceful as the first one. Therefore, we employ subordinating conjunctions to avoid any kind of anomalies in the sentences. When we connect two sentences with subordinating conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions, the type of sentences that we get are complex sentences. Now let me know, is it clear to you? Is this statement, or is this what I have said so far? I have said that subordination is like coordination. Subordination is also a tactic or method of expanding a sentence. Okay. Subordination is done by using subordinate conjunctions like because, if, whether, as well as, yes, and when,
Yes.
where, or hardly when, scarcely when, barely, no sooner did than. Such kind of conjunctions are there. These conjunctions are there when you are making a subordinating clause or complex sentence, I must say.
Yes.
And the third point is, in subordination we have two sentences, in the same manner we have two sentences in coordinating conjunction or coordination, where both the sentences are equally forceful and they are equally independent. But here in subordination what happens, one person is or one sentence is forceful and the other one depends on the forceful sentence to get some power, to get some meaning. So the dependent sentence depends on independent sentence for meaning. Okay, that's why it is called subordination, because one is powerful and the other one is not so powerful as the other one. So powerful always subdue the weak, the less powerful. Like a supervisor has so many employees under him, and then he can order all the people to do some work for him. But a supervisor cannot order another supervisor, because both the supervisors are at the same position, they have the same force, same power, same rights, same duties. Okay, so they cannot order each other. That's why you need coordination between two supervisors, but you need you will subordinate your under workers or your workers or your employees. Sentence is forceful and the other one is not so forceful as the first one. Therefore we employ subordinate conjunctions to avoid any kind of anomalies in the sentences. When we connect two sentences with the subordinate conjunctions, the type of sentence that we get are complex sentences. Is it clear up to so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Example.
let's see. There are three ways of making subordinating sentences. First one is noun clause, adjective clause, and third one is adverb clause. Okay. So first let's take noun clause. Noun clause is a subject verb structure that functions as noun in a sentence. As I told you earlier, told you yesterday, that a phrase can be subject to verb, subject, object, complement to verb. Likewise, a clause can also be subject to verb, object to verb, and complement to verb. Yes, you here you got one thing, that a clause assumes or clause does all the functions of a noun phrase, So a clause can be a subject to the verb, clause can be an object to the verb, a clause can be can be a complement to verb, and the clause that performs all these functions is called a noun clause. So let's take some example. He told me that he had passed the exam. He told me that he had passed the exam. Noun clause. It is certain that she will come back now. Come back now, or come back soon. This is also noun clause. Can you tell me who has stolen my bicycle? Can you tell me who has stolen my bicycle? This is also noun example of noun clause. We asked him if we might use his telephone. So all these are the example of noun clause, and you can see noun clause is mostly connected by that. Another hint I can give you about noun clause is all the sentences in indirect reporting speech are object noun clauses. So reporting verb is always the main verb, and the reported speech wala part is the object of the reporting verb, and that is noun clause. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
This is my bicycle, not my bicycle. My bicycle. Fine. The next one is adjectival clauses. Adjectival clauses are connected with who, whose, whom, and which, and they are put right after the noun phrase. I can write subject. Examples: the man who is wearing a black coat is my uncle. So who is wearing a black coat? Who is wearing a black coat is your adjective clause, as it is describing the noun, the man. Rakesh is the boy who won the first prize. First prize. Rakesh is the boy who won the first prize. Is your adjectival clause.
Adjective, sir.
Adjectival clause, because it is describing the boy. The boy.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Let's take some more examples. Okay. I hate people. I hate people who. Or you can also use connector that tell lies. Yes. I hate people who that tell lies. In this sentence, black font is the adjectival clause. He is a sort of person. He is a sort of person who that cares for his own interests. So who cares for his own interest is your adjectival clause. Okay, so adjectival clause always describes the noun clause. It is always associated. It is placed right after the noun.
Yes, sir.
You getting me or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, let's take some more examples. Okay, the uncle who came to see me is my mother's brother. Let's take some example with which
सर ये पूरा सेंटेंस हो जाएगा ना सर, एडजेक्टिव में.
adjective clause from here, from here to here. This one is your adjective clause, beta. There are two verbs. Is the main verb and came to see me is the secondary verb, subordinate verb.
Yes, okay, sir.
The main verb is always with the independent clause. The main verb or independent verb is always with the independent clause. And the other verb is
Yes.
subordinate verb, or you can say not so important verb, dependent on the first independent clause.
Okay, sir.
Let's take some example with which my brother had a car which was also my favorite car. Which was also my favorite. My brother had a car which was also my favorite. When you are saying your brother's car was also liked by you and you also liked the company, that particular company's car that your brother had. So you are describing the car's details. And car is lifeless, to a certain extent lifeless object. It's not human being. So we are using which. So when you use which, or which always expresses choice between two options. Which one would you want?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are the examples of adjective clause. I hope you got it. Adjective describes the noun, so adjective clause does. So does the adjectival clause. You can ask me if you have any doubts. And one more thing about adjective clause, let me tell you, is all these conjunctions which I am putting into bracket, bracket, and also changing their font color. Are called relative pronouns. So the conjunctions in adjectival clause are called relative pronouns
Relation between two things.
Yes, sir.
because they are connecting two nouns or noun to description. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Because don't forget it. What relative pronouns are? When, who, which, what, when, who, whose, whom, what, and which. Let me add what also here. When, who, whose, whom, that, what, and which are used as conjunctions, they become relative pronoun.
Yes,
Clear?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's complete the last one. Adverb clause. Adverb clauses. Adverb clauses. Adverb clauses. Adverb clauses are introduced by conjunctions of time, place, manner, result, reason, condition, concession, etc. Conjunctions of time, place, manner, result, reason, condition, and concession. Okay, let's look at the conjunctions of time. Somebody please mute yourself. Somebody is creating some noise. Time. Conjunction of time are when, since, while. When, since, while. Okay. Conjunction of manner are how. Yes. Conjunctions of place are where, or wheresoever. Okay. Conjunctions of result, so that so that conjunctions of sorry I should write result here, result, so that as likewise, okay, reason y and y what other can be why and because okay, because and unless otherwise तो वहाँ पर आ रहा था, otherwise नहीं आएगा इसमें, unless if not okay, adverb of condition होते हैं, yes, you will have if, whether, provided that in case you get it, if whether provided that in case, okay, and concession means although though yet, although is followed by yet, when yet is coming with it, although it is a subordinating conjunction, remember it, yet when independent or single yet is coming, it is coordinating conjunction, but when yet is followed by, or yet is followed of, yet is placed after yet, although, then it becomes a subordinating conjunction. Despite, in spite of, okay, so these are the concession conjunctions, in spite of, okay, let me separate it, in spite of. And what is the last one? Concession. So these are some conjunctions of adverb clauses. So whenever you see these conjunctions, your sentence is adverb clause. So let's take some examples. Leave the pen where you found it. Leave the pen where you found it. Where you found it is an adverb clause of place. Where you found it is a subordinating clause of place. Okay, let's take some more examples. She talked as if it is an adverb of manner, as if she knew everything. She talked as if she knew everything. As if she knew everything is subordinating clause. So here in the sentence black font is subordinating clause. So wherever the conjunction is, and wherever the conjunction is, subordinating clause starts from the conjunction. Remember always in adverb clauses. In complex sentences, subordinating clause starts with the conjunction.
Yes.
Okay, it's very easy to find out. It's very easy to find out subordinating clause in complex sentence, because wherever the conjunction is, after it begins the subordinating clause.
Yes, sir.
Good. Let's take one more example. She takes medicine. This is an example of adverb purpose. She takes medicine. She takes medicine that she may stay. She may become well. Well. Let's take some more examples. Adverb clause of conditions. Let's say if it rains, we shall stay at home. So we shall if it rains is the independent clause. So guys, here our subordination gets completed. Here we have done subordination. I hope you got it. I have. It was an easy lecture, easy session for you, and nothing hard was delivered today.
Yes, sir.
You look at it, revise it. Have you have any doubt? You can ask me again and again as many times as you will ask. I will answer. So thank you very much from raise the bar from DS, and I hope you got it. Thank you very much.